The Alberta government has released results from a survey that's being used to determine what books are appropriate for school libraries. It was conducted online between May 26th and June 6th, and, according to the government's data, almost half the respondents were parents of school-aged children. It's a process that raised concerns with the Library Association of Alberta, who penned a letter in opposition to the government's forthcoming policy. They later met with the Minister of Education to discuss their concerns.
We didn't necessarily see eye to eye. Decisions about what goes in libraries need to be made by trained librarians and educators. There are already policies and practices in place in schools and school boards across Alberta to make sure that collections are age appropriate. And there are also processes in place to allow parents to be involved.
But from the government's perspective, guidelines are needed to ensure that materials are age appropriate, akin to the way movies and video games are rated.
I think there's consensus and understanding that, some material, we should be cautious of what age it's available. I mean, we do this in society in so many different ways, right? We have ratings for movies and parental cautions for movies based on sexual content, violence, all this other kind of stuff.
When the survey asked how supportive Albertans are of these new standards, results were split but generally indicated that these policies don't enjoy broad support. Furthermore, when asked who should be making these decisions, school librarians and teachers outweighed parents. For this parental rights advocate, these results highlight an important divide.
The survey itself raises concern with us that may be part of an ongoing disagreement between parents and librarians on this issue, which indicates to us then there needs to be some sort of a transparent process.
Still, the Library Association questions whether this move is motivated by parents or politics.
But in fact, what they're doing is implementing a ministerial order. So that doesn't ensure that parents have a say. That ensures that politicians and government are making those decisions.
The ministerial order with these guidelines is expected later in June or early July. Sam Brooks, CBC News, Edmonton.